So when the Gold Coast and the British Togoland Trust became an independent state within the British Commonwealth as Ghana in March 1957, Dr. KWAME Nkrumah became the new nation's first prime minister. In 1958, Nkrumah's government legalized the imprisonment without trial of those it regarded as security risk. Now, some of these people were the opposition, from the National Liberation Movement, the Americans, the Central Intelligence Agency, and all of that. Now, when Dr. KWAME Nkrumah arrived in Ghana, many people never had seen his type of person before because of how how visionary he was and his level of ideologies, which the Americans themselves were even surprised because the man really wanted a united Africa, a united state of Africa, and Americans were never in support. Mind you, Ghana was being controlled by the British. France was very powerful on the other side of Africa, and America is being controlled by the British and the French. Don't forget about that. Now, Russia, on the other hand, spearheading the Soviet Union, was protecting Dr. KWAME Nkrumah, and was surprised to know that with all the protection and security being provided by the Russians, Dr. KWAME Nkrumah in 1966 was overthrown at the time when he was being invited to go to Hanoi to, give some speech or deliver some speech to the people of Vietnam for peace to prevail. That was when the American intelligence, the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, collaborated with those who were opposing Dr. KWAME Nkrumah's ideologies here in Ghana, the National Liberation Movement, and a host of them. These people collaborated to overthrow Dr. KWAME Nkrumah from office. Now, the question here is that why couldn't Russia protect KWAME Nkrumah from the CIA? What really happened? Now, KWAME Nkrumah was the first president of Ghana, and he played a key role in the decolonization of Africa. During his tenure, Nkrumah pursued a policy of non-alignment and sought to establish close ties with the Soviet Union, which was seen as a counterbalance to Western imperialism. However, the CIA was opposed to Nkrumah's socialist policies and saw him as a threat to American interests in Africa. The CIA therefore worked to undermine Nkrumah's government and support opposition groups in Ghana. While the Soviet Union provided some support to Nkrumah, it is unlikely that they could have protected him from the CIA's actions. The CIA had a great deal of influence and resources at its disposal and was able to carry out covert operations throughout the world. Furthermore, Nkrumah's government was facing a number of domestic challenges, including economic problems and political opposition, which weakened its ability to resist external pressures. In the end, Dr. KWAME Nkrumah was overthrown in a coup in 1966, which was believed to have been orchestrated with the support of the CIA. While the Soviet Union expressed its opposition to the coup, it was unable to prevent it from happening. And one thing that really made the CIA's job to be very easy, was the involvement of the National Liberation Movement. These people never liked anything Dr. KWAME Nkrumah. And these same people were Ghanaians. They never liked to see Dr. KWAME Nkrumah rule Ghana. The funny part of it is that liberation movement, that National Liberation Movement party, it's the current leading government here in Ghana in this 2023 year that we find ourselves. Okay, so I have been always talking about Africa. How can we progress as a continent, a United States of Africa? How can we make that possible? The other time I made a video and I said that Africa can make it possible, but then it is very difficult to do so. Why? Because some of our fellow Africans can be easily influenced by the Americans with some dollars. Just like what happened to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He had a great vision for Africa. He wanted to make Africa a heaven for other nationals, foreign nationals, for them to even have the feel of coming to stay in Africa here. But some people within his group or within his country, some Ghanaians who never ever liked anything about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah collaborated with America and overthrew this man. And I can tell you for a fact that ever since Dr. Kwame Nkrumah died, Ghana has never been Ghana. Ghana has never been Ghana. Africa has never been Africa anymore. They killed Patrice Lumumba. They killed Thomas Sankara. They killed leaders who were very powerful and opposed whatever America tried to do here. But America plotted all these coups and all these assassinations with some fellow black Africans who, at that time were living in Africa here, who could have supported their very own brothers for a better Africa. But they were being, lied, or they were being convinced easily with money. So how do we progress as a continent? Let me have your comment in the comment section. What can we do for a better Africa? What can we do? We need to change our mindset. We Africans are our own problems. We have created all these problems for ourselves. Just look at what is happening in Sudan. Russia is trying to protect Sudan. America is destroying Sudan. Just look at what is happening. I decided not to make any correction in this video. I just wanted you to feel how I felt like when I was speaking. So if you have any contribution whatsoever, please let me have it in the comment section. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe. Hit the bell icon for all notifications. It was nice having you. Have a great day.